Hi, this is Shelley Hagen. I'm back with another tip of the day. And today I'm here to talk to you a little bit about tax, how to do your taxes. So you're probably getting close to the end of your year end to do your taxes. Some of you have been doing this for a long time. Some of you just getting started. You may or may not have ever had a business before, and I always recommend you set up a corporation when you're doing your real estate investing. When I first was a mentor, I didn't think about administration with my mentor students. And then at the end of the first year, they'd all call me up and they're panicked because they had to file taxes and they'd never had a corporation before or a business. And so they didn't know what to do. And so now I build that right into my mentorship right up front. I want to set you up with a system so that you can be successful going forward with your business. First thing I want you to do is to set up some kind of a filing system in your home that you would have like a hanging folder or a folder of some kind every month of the year. So you're on 12 folders every month. When you get your receipts and invoices, put everything into that hanging folder. At the end of the month, print off your bank statement, put it in there, and have it all ready to go. And also, I'd recommend that you have some kind of a software application that can help you get organized. The very first year, your accountant might take a shoebox full of receipts, but after that, they're not going to want you to come and do that. They're going to want you to get organized. So you can go out and buy some software, Quicken, QuickBooks, Simply Accounting, or more popular ones. If you're just starting out and you don't have a whole lot of money, wave.com, just wave.com is a free one. There's a few other ones that are out there that are free or online. All of these applications have an app that you can put on your phone so that you can track your expenses throughout the month as well electronically, which might save you a little bit of time. The software is going to have the ability to also allow you to download your bank statements into it, either directly or download it to an Excel file and then upload it into the software. So it'll save you a whole lot of time. And as you're going along, I do want you to allocate some time every month to do this. Now, ideally, every week, you want to take a little bit of time, make sure you got, pull all those receipts out of your wallet and your purse and your pocket or wherever, put them into that hanging folder. You also can update your customer records and, your calendar, whatever you need to do. If you can't do it once a week, but at the end of the month, I highly recommend you don't wait to the end of the year, because otherwise you're going to have all this stuff and you won't know or remember what happened. You also need to be tracking your mileage. If you're going to a meeting, meeting with your accountant, meeting with a lawyer, whatever, meeting with a client at their home because you're going to look at someone's house to possibly buy, keep track of all of that. So get a log that you can put into your car. I just send myself, texts in my phone. So I have everything, someplace. If I happen to have a book with me, I write it in my book, whatever. And then I go and I add all of that into my tracking system for that as well. I just use an Excel sheet to keep track of that. So you want to set up this system so that you know what's going on. One of the key things that you need to do is find a good accountant that knows how to work with real estate investors. And so you need to interview them and make sure they understand, about rental properties, fix and flip, rent to owns, etc. And once you found one that's comfortable, you want them to help you set up what's called a chart of accounts. And that will be income and expense, accounts, so that you can allocate your expenses appropriately, because you get different tax benefits based on the kind of expense that it is. So, and your accountant will explain all that to you. I'm not an accountant or a lawyer at any, I'm not an expert on taxes, but these are just a few things that I've learned as I went along. So the chart of accounts is very important. Also, I want you to keep track of any money you spend on the corporation. Now, that could be cash or your personal credit card that you're spending things on, because that is a loan from you personally to your company. And you need to have a paper trail of everything that comes in and out, because if you're ever audited, you need to be able to justify, where did this money all of a sudden come from in your account, and why did you pay this money out of your account? So if I lent, $5,000 to my corporation, and I go and take that $5,000 out later on when I've made some money in my corporation, and I didn't have a paper trail, if I'm audited, Revenue Canada or IRS is going to come and take a look at this and go, oh, well, the company paid Shelley, $5,000, so now that's income. If I have a paper trail that says that that is a loan, and it's usually called the director loan or shareholder loan, your accountant can help you clarify for your company which it's going to be. It depends how you set up your structure, but if you call it director loan, you're good. And so every time I loan money, I have an expense voucher that I fill in with my credit card expenses and any cash that I've lent to the company. So I have a paper trail that says the company owes Shelley Hagen X amount of dollars. It's really important because then when I go to pay myself back that money, I just put on there paid such and such a day, and I know where the money came from. And so that when if I'm audited, then there's this trail that everything goes back and forth. So very important that you keep track of that. And also you need for the mileage, because you can get paid so much per mile as you're going along. If you decide you want to eventually have enough money and you want to buy a car that's a corporate vehicle, talk to your accountant. You need to get some good advice about how to handle that as you go forward. But it's really important to keep track of all this stuff so that you don't get to the end of the year and then figure out, oh my gosh, what am I doing? How's that going? So that's just some quick tips. We're going to have accountants come on and talk a little bit later on and give you some more tips. That was just one of the things that I thought might be of use to you. If you do want a copy of the expense voucher, send me an email and I'll send you a copy of it. It's just an Excel document template that I put together. And if it saves you some time, great, just let me know. So I'm going to cut it off here for today. We'll be back with more tips for sure. And we're going to have some, accountants on to talk to you and give you a little bit more information as we go. So have an abundant week, and we will be back with you again. So bye for now.